Good day everyone, my name is Salbego, and in this short presentation I will be explaining how descriptive statistics can be used to examine data, how pivot tables can make data easier to interpret, and how qualitative data analysis adds value to HR. These are all essential skills for HR professionals because they allow us to move from raw data to meaningful insights. Let's begin with descriptive statistics. As the name suggests, it helps us to describe and summarize data in a simple, meaningful way. Instead of looking at hundreds of raw numbers, we can calculate key measures that represent the data set. For example, the mean gives us average score, the median shows us the middle value, and the mode highlights the most common value. These measures of central tendency help us identify what is typical in a data set. We also use dispersion measures like range, variance, and standard deviation to understand how spread out the data is. A low standard deviation means employees' performance ratings are consistent, while a high one shows large variation. In HR, descriptive statistics can be used to analyze salaries, absenteeism, or turnover. For example, if the average age of employees in a company is 34 years, with a standard deviation of 5 years, this tells us most employees fall between 29 and 39 years. Such insights help HR plan workforce strategies, such as retirement or succession planning. Pivot tables. Next, let's look at pivot tables. Pivot tables in Excel are powerful tools that allow us to quickly summarize and reorganize large data sets. Instead of writing long formulas, we can simply drag and drop variables into rows, columns, and values to produce instant summaries. Pivot tables are especially useful in HR creating quick dashboards, for example, comparing absenteeism rates across departments or summarizing training hours per employee. Here is a practical HR example. Let's say we use a pivot table to cross-tabulate gender with work flexibility preference. The table might show a 60% of men prefer office work, while 40% prefer remote. In contrast, 70% of women may prefer remote work. This type of insight helps HR design flexible policies that address employee needs fairly, instead of assuming a one-size-fits-all solution. Qualitative data analysis. Finally, not all HR data comes in numbers. Comments, interviews, and open-ended survey questions are also valuable. That's where qualitative data analysis comes in. The first steps are, first, prepare and organize the data. Then, code responses by tagging words and phrases. Group these into broader themes, and finally, interpret what the themes reveal. Here is a practical HR example. If we analyze exit interview comments, we may notice recurring themes, such as lack of career growth or poor work-life balance. By coding and grouping these responses, HR can uncover the root causes of turnover and take corrective action, such as improving promotion opportunities or introducing wellness initiatives. In conclusion, descriptive statistics help us understand what is happening in the data. Pivot tables make this information easier to explore and present, and qualitative analysis helps explain the why behind employee behaviors. Together, these tools empower HR professionals to make evidence-based decisions that improve both employee experience and organizational performance. Thank you for watching my presentation.